Located just outside of Washington, D.C., in the town of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, is this historic house known as Darnall's Chance House Museum, whose existence goes back 4 centuries. The tract of land that the house sits on was acquired in 1704 by Colonel Henry Darnall, a wealthy planter who was also the Deputy Governor of Maryland. After his death in 1711, the property passed to his granddaughter, Eleanor Darnall. After her marriage to Daniel Carroll, a wealthy merchant and planter, the couple decided to sell the land in 1741 to a Scottish-born merchant named James Wardrop. In 1742, Wardrop built the house that you see here. After the construction was completed, Wardrop lived there for a few years as a bachelor until he married Lettice Lee, who was from the Lee family of Westmoreland County, Virginia, whose members also include 2 signers of the American Declaration of Independence and the General-in-Chief of the Confederate States Army, Robert E. Lee. She would spend the rest of her life in that house. After Wardrop's death in 1760, she married a Scottish physician named Dr. Adam Thompson. After Dr. Thompson's death, she married for the 3rd time to Colonel Joseph Sim. After her death in 1776, she left the plantation to her children. Over the next several decades, the plantation would frequently change hands as it was sold to other people. In 1974, the house and property were acquired by the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission. The house will eventually be renovated and open to the public as a museum, which was named after the first owner of the property. The main level and basement are the only areas inside of the house that are open to the general public. The main level has period furniture and other items from the time that Lettice Lee lived in that house. The museum also acknowledges that in Lettice Lee's time, a total of 32 slaves worked on the plantation. The various items on display includes an enlargement of this newspaper ad placed by William Black, who was seeking the public's help in locating and returning a runaway female slave. The ad includes her physical description and a reward for anyone who finds her. There is also a violin under glass along with a quote from a slave named Solomon Northrop that says, "Alas, had it not been for my beloved violin, I scarcely can conceive how I could have endured the long years of bondage." The basement includes a cold storage area where food, wine, and other consumables were kept. Next to the storage area is a kitchen that was only used in the winter because cooking food provided heat for the entire house during the cold months. In the summer, all cooking was done outdoors due to the area's high heat and high humidity. The backyard of the house provides a place to go for a walk outside, especially in warm weather. The property once had more acres, but they were sold off over the years. In 1987, a burial vault was discovered during an archaeological survey. The top layer was filled with trash and debris, but underneath all that were human remains. Mitochondrial DNA tests confirm that Lettice Lee is buried there, along with her sister Elizabeth Lee and brother Hancock Lee. The remains of 6 children are also in that burial vault. The museum has a variety of public programs throughout the year, such as tea lessons for young ladies. Darnall's Chance is also available to rent for private events such as weddings and receptions. If you visit in the first half of December, you can see the entries in the museum's annual gingerbread house competition, and you can even vote for your favorites. Darnall's Chance is located at 14800 Governor Odin Bowie Drive in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Darnall's Chance has tours on Fridays and Sundays from noon to 4 p.m. You can also visit at other times by appointment only.